Not gonna get the tower up. You're gonna have to see. Oh my god. We have 10 villagers here, most of them weak for MBL. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Expert Gamecast. This is going to be a Arabia matchup between Mr. Yo and MBL. Mr. Yo recently, I think a few weeks ago, reached 2.6k, so he's like one of the, I don't know, there's like 5 players that have ever reached 2.6k. I believe Doubt, Chris, the Viper, now Mr. Yo, who's reached it several times, and Jordan are among the very few to reach 2.6k on Voobly. So he's playing at an extremely high level. His opponent, MBL, is also playing at an extremely high level, I believe 2.5k-ish. And yeah, I forgot the spectator overlay once again. I'm so sorry, I gotta fix that for next game. I forget every time, you have to remind me. But this is going to be a great matchup because I love this civilization matchup. This is going to be a Britons versus Goths matchup. Goths, if you don't know, is probably my favorite civilization. Britons are always very fun to play against. Always fun to see the British sneak attacks. I'm sure we'll see plenty of those this game. But yeah, the Britons versus the Goths is very interesting. We'll go on to that a little bit later in the game. Let's take a quick look at... we can go into it now, I guess. So the Britons are a very archer-reliant civilization. Great early game. Could definitely punish most civilizations they play against, including the Goths, which do not have a good early game. Why do the Goths not have a good early game? Because they get an infantry bonus, sure, but infantry are not that prominent in Feudal Age. They don't get any economy bonuses, so they tend to fall behind a little bit. The Britons get great economy bonuses. Sheep gather faster, and town centers cost less. And their archery ranges work better, so they have a good feudal rush with that. So definitely advantage to the Britons in the early game. However, that X factor for the Goths is going to be that Huskarl, their unique unit, which heavily counters archers, what the Britons do best. Now, this is a pretty even matchup. I don't want to make it such that either civilization really has an advantage, because I really don't think it's a big advantage if there is one. Because the Britons are just so good early game. The Goths are so good once they get their Huskarls out against an archer civilization. But the Britons do have other options if they are ahead in the game, such as the Knight line or the Champion line, which can do well when supported by archers or when they are a little bit ahead in the game. If they are not ahead in the game by Castle Age, Imperial Age, though, the Goths should absolutely just steamroll them with faster production speed, just great infantry all around. All of the Goths infantry costing 35% less and being created up to 2 times faster when you get your upgrades in. 20% faster in the Feudal Age. So let's see how this matchup goes. I do love civilizations that have those power spikes. And when you put 2 civilizations that have different power spikes together, it really makes an interesting matchup. So let's take a look at the map now that we know the civilizations a little bit. Mr. Yo got a forward gold here. Wouldn't worry too much. He's playing as the Britons. He should be a-okay. He's got to defend against the Goth rush probably. He's got another archer line. Sorry, another exposed wood here, but it's okay. He'll have to move on to another wood line eventually. And what is this? The nearest wood line? That's pretty bad. Stones are forward. It's going to be hard to mine those. He may want a castle later on in the game. Who knows, for longbowmen. MBL's map. He's got a forward stone here. You want to mine your stone, so when he gets through these woods, though, should be able to access it, so I'm not too worried about that, actually. Very exposed on the left side. Gold is very exposed. You can't really wall it here. I mean, you can, but it's not going to be great. Another forward stone, another forward gold. Oh man, this is a bad map, especially if you're playing as a bad early game civilization like the Goths. Mr. Yo can definitely punish MBL on this kind of map, and hopefully, if you're Mr. Yo, hopefully can punish him enough such that when those Huskarls come out, you're not going to be too afraid of them because you have enough knights or champions to help defend against that. Mr. Yo coming forward actually with 4 villagers. Is he just going to go for 3 deer? I find that hard to believe. 4 villagers for 3 deer, this far ahead. 4 villagers gonna build a second lumber camp here. No barracks for him, notably. No, they're this is sneaky by Mr. Yo. He's just gonna walk out with these hunting bows, pretending like he's gonna take the deer, but no, actually, Mr. Yo is going forward. We just talked about this, Lone Quarry, about going forward. We'll see if they're he's going to drop some towers or what. By the time he reaches Feudal Age, he'll be about, at this point, have another wolf to deal with, though. Now, why would Mr. Yo go forward on this map? Let's take a look at his Fog of War. He sees a forward wood line. He knows that this is a pretty, pretty wood-sparse Arabian map, just considering looking at his own map. So he knows this wood line is going to be, we'll be able to take that away. We'll be able to take away this gold as well, take away the stone. Sees the forward stone here. So there's a lot of resources for Mr. Yo to take out just by dropping forward archery ranges or by dropping a single tower. And it looks like he's not going to mine stone in his own base. So it will be a forward. I love seeing forwards. They're so aggressive. They're so crazy. I wish I saw more of them. So here we go. Forward archery range coming down. This is so strong as the Britons. This archery range will work faster. Oh, MBL's not even up to the next age. What the hell is this? MBL's built a forward barracks and he's walling up the stones? Oh my god. Oh, he's going to go men-at-arms rush, actually. He's already in the Feudal Age, so he's going to save a lot of resources on these militias. What the hell is going on here? These militias would have been so great, though, if they found these villagers, but that's not what's going to happen. Instead, we're going to see a base trade scenario. Already, MBL has kicked off his lumber line. This is really bad in the very early game. He needs to spend this 100 wood on a new lumber camp. If he doesn't, he might be screwed. Tower coming up already on the gold. One archer coming out, not a skirmisher, an archer. Using that 50 gold at the beginning of the game. That is going to be so deadly for these villagers. Already, berries, lumber, and mining camp. That's like 300 wood right there for these 3 buildings. Wasted. Meanwhile, MBL's walled up the stone. Who cares? He's got 3 militia. Who cares? Mr. Yo doing great damage so far. MBL won't be able to migrate to another wood line until he has another 100 wood. So better get that wood very quickly because these archers, these units are moving around. I'm going to build a stone camp on MBL stone. And these units are in trouble. That archer helps out so much in killing villagers. However, oh my god, tower up on Mr. Yo's wood line. This is his only wood, really, and he's got men-at-arms coming in as well, so here's that base trade. No villagers down, though. 1 villager down now. I still like Mr. Yo's position a little bit better. We'll be able to kill more villagers here. What MBL needs, he needs a tower on this wood line ASAP. He's actually chosen to go with the aggressive tower, which is pretty good. It's a very good tower. Look at Mr. Yo. He's forced to take these 3 trees here. What happens when he runs out of those trees? That villager's gonna get low, but not gonna get actually. So no villagers down there. But both players doing incredible damage to each other. And that could be another villager down there, I think. These 2 skirmishers actually not firing. They don't do too much anyway, though. And Mr. Yo continuing to build skirmishers from here. Mr. Yo needs to get a few defensive towers up. This is going to be a great tower. It's going to take away... Could potentially take away 2 farms. It's very close. But it'll definitely take away the rest of this wood line. What even is this tower of Mr. Yo? This wood line is still not going to be safe. That fletching upgrade is going to be very important. With that extra 1 range, we'll be able to go from hitting the villagers from here to here, which is most of the wood. Looks like MBL missed 2 of his sheep also. Yeah, you need those as Goths. MBL just needs enough stone for another tower to really help him defend. And those are 2 good towers. If I was MBL, definitely wall up this tower. Maybe get a 3rd tower in this area as well to help solidify this position. And there you go, 150 stone. Gotta see some tower coming up. He's actually gonna move away from the stone for now. Maybe a tower up on the wood line would be good. It would be great if MBL had another stone, but he doesn't. And full migration for Mr. Yo. He's losing so many resources right now. I can imagine him losing about 100 resources every maybe 20 seconds based on how many villagers are walking, maybe even more. Basically, most of his economy is idle right now. MBL will have a little access to gold, which is a luxury for him. Luxury, I don't know how he's going to use it, though. Not going to get the tower up. You're going to have to see... Oh, my God. We have 10 villagers here, most of them weak for MBL. A lot of villagers for Mr. Yo as well. Do we have any men-at-arms coming in? That would have been so strong. And tower is up. And in this situation, the Goths are thriving a little bit because these men-at-arms are going to be so strong against the trash here. Unfortunately, MBL doesn't really have enough gold to continue men-at-arm production. And now tower coming up on the stone camp. That's a very good tower. There's so many villagers building this. One extra man-at-arms coming out. We have 4 now. A little bit of HP on the scout as well. I don't know if this tower is going to get up. Another villager, another man-at-arm coming over. This guy's going to get very low. And, no, he made it. I think he made it. This villager died, though. But that tower is going to go down instantly. More men-at-arms coming out. With that gold, I said what he's going to use that gold on. Well, he's going to use that gold on more men-at-arms, which is great right now. It's very rare to see the Goths thriving so much, and seeing the opponent make so many skirmishers in such a situation where the men-at-arms can actually be very useful. 20 minutes into the feudal age. So Mr. Yo did migrate to this wood line all the way on the left side. The only other wood he's got, this area is to fortify. Even MBL moving some more villagers onto this gold. He could transition to archers if he ever wanted to. Might be a little too much gold, though. Now at 200 gold. I think all MBL wants right now is just take as much stone as possible, build towers, and eventually get a castle up. Oh, why do you need more gold? Oh, I think that's a huge mistake. If Mr. Yo had one more wood line, MBL would have been dead 5 minutes ago, but he doesn't. That is why you go with these risky strategies, because you evaluate that risk, and you know those things about your opponent's map. Man, these men-at-arms are so good. The reason they're so good is because Mr. Yo really can't afford the fletching upgrade. Remember, he spent that 50 gold on that first archer. Has not mined gold since. So these skirmishers only doing 1 damage. If they had fletching, they'd be doing 2 damage. Not to mention the extra range. Why did Mr. Yo move those villagers from stone, though? A few of these decisions I don't understand. Why take so much gold? I mean, look at MBL's gold count. It's going to be ridiculous in a second. Why did Mr. Yo move his villagers off of stone? Maybe try to get the tower up. Oh, they're over here. That's why. Okay. But they're not going to be very successful. What is with all this gold? Oh my gosh. Get a market up, man. Luckily, the Goths don't really need that much gold. They not that bad to buy something with them. Won't need that gold late game. Might buy himself a castle. It's not a bad idea at all. Mr. Yo finally gonna mine a bit of gold this game. The Britons a little bit more gold heavy with their archer line. So it's not a good thing that he's losing all of his main gold over here. And that amount of men-at-arms is not really going to do it, really. Here comes the market, so 800 gold in the bank. Let's see what he does with it. It's probably going to buy food. That's the most sensible thing to do. How much can 700 gold get you? So let's see. Right now, food's 130. With 130 gold, you can buy 100 food. Even out a little bit. Should buy a little bit more considering how many gold miners he's got. Could buy 200 more food. Looks like you've actually bought a bit of stone with that, so not as close to the castle age as we would have liked, but he's got 3 more towers up. Fletching would be awesome for those as well. Gonna take a little bit of deer here. Gonna finally take his sheep. He'll be up to the next stage shortly, within a few minutes, actually. Mr. Yo will be up to the next stage within a few minutes as well. So, pretty even game. They'll be both up pretty quickly. But we did talk about the advantage that the Goths can have if they are in even terms going into the Castle Age. Which normally wouldn't happen, but we've seen how effective the men-at-arms can be, and good damage done from MBL, just to stay even in this game. Now let's see if MBL does go for Huskarls. An alternative option is Knights. Knights would be very good against Skirmishers as well. And these villagers are going to run back. Maybe go over to the stone over here. So both players are just about ready to click up to the next age. MBL. Oh boy. Gonna need another minute or two. A little bit of advantage for Mr. Yo. A little bit of advantage. Let's see what he does with his resources now. This is kind of a turning point. He knows he can't stand skirmishers against the Goths. He already knows that. He's gonna get another few villagers though. 2 villagers, nice. Even more advantage for him. That's what he needs to win this game. Blacksmith up from MBL. I think that's to get the 2 buildings. He realized he didn't have the 2 buildings. And it will delay him a little bit. And there we go, up to the next age. We have about a minute difference. But what is Yo gonna do? It's actually making archers. I think I would like to see knights in this situation. You know the Huskarls are gonna come out. Or not! Or not! MBL's actually gonna go over the stable. So only 1 archery range though. We need to see more military, I think, though. Normally archers don't do too well against raiding against towers, but the Britons archers with extra range should fare better. It's going to be close. I think MBL will be very close to getting a castle if he wants it. I don't know what the stable's for, though, if he wants to get a castle out. Castle in this position would be great. Just to take out those 2 towers. And it's unfortunate that that MBL doesn't have Stonewall, because some Stonewall here and here would have been great as well. And here. Alright, so there's that earlier castle age from Mr. Yo. Let's see if he's going to be able to do anything. Actually taking over this gold with the tower here. And at the very least, this is keeping Mr. Yo a little bit distracted. He can actually kill these archers before the upgrades come in. With some villagers. And there's that castle age. Alright, so 433 stone in the bank. Let's get another 200 here. So I think knights make sense if he doesn't want to buy that castle. Which it would be a little bit expensive right now. Stone price is 179 because he bought stone earlier in the game. So this makes sense, I think. He's stable for now. You could wait on the castle a little bit. Going to get +1 armor bloodlines. Still very close game. We're going to see a little bit of power spike here for the Britons, I think. Mr. Yo getting a town center out. One of his cheaper Britons town centers. And MBL is going to lose 5 villagers here, potentially. Nice thing for the Goths, though. Goths do get bloodlines. Mr. Yo does not get bloodlines. It's a big difference in knight-on-knight action. Mr. Yo does not have a good massive crossbow either to deal with knights. So this is a good unit composition from MBL, but the question is, does he have the economy to really make good use out of those upgrades? Probably not. Mr. Yo has a better economy. Fairly safe to say that. Mr. Yo is also going to take advantage of getting this relic, helping his economy even further. He will need to take back these golds, though. Which, actually, he's done that, so there you go. MBL's just working on his economy. He's got his castle ready. So he's ready to take it to the next step. Mid-sock, I say who has the upper hand like every 5 minutes. I go back and forth. So, where's this castle gonna go? It looks like it's gonna go south. Yeah, there it is. It's okay. Oh, there's actually a town center here. That's a great castle. Not bad. Normally I disagree with this, but this town center is pretty cheap for Mr. Yo. But these villagers are, you know, they could die. So I guess I don't agree with that decision. And there's that castle. Gonna take out a town center at least. There's no fletching done yet, so it can't reach this town center. Although, it doesn't really need to. You got the Huskarl. And let's see some Huskarls come out right now. That's what I want to see. Here we go. First few Huskarls coming in the game. Now we can see a little bit of the Goths' power come into play. This is a lot of wasted resources on Mr. Yo's part, I feel. And yeah, the Huskarl's not going to really care too much about that tower fire that's 5, 6... Well, the tower's down anyway, it doesn't really matter. No crossbows done yet. The knights are a problem to the Huskarls. I'm wondering where Mr. MBL's knights went. Mr. Yo's got a great economy at home, though. You can just see by the amount of farms that they have how much more economy he has. And with this little raid, this castle going up, scores are going to even out a little bit. I think overall in this game is very close, very hard to tell who's going to win it. You have a small advantage to MBL, but you never really know. He needs to maintain Huskarl production for sure, though. And get a few of these upgrades on the Huskarls. There's +1 attack being done. Oh, this is a little scary, though. These knights can go right in under these towers and take them out. And really don't want to lose them to monks. That would be that could be a turning point if he loses 2 knights to conversion. Here comes the Huskarls here. Do not lose the knights. Do not lose the knights. Do not lose the knights. Didn't lose the knights. Okay, that's good. Another stable coming up. Interesting decision. Feels like he can't make enough defense with just the castle and Huskarls. Come on, man. Add more Huskarls. They're cheap. They're so cheap. Sure, knights are better, but I think cost efficiency wise, the Huskarl is good, so it doesn't hurt at all to add them to your army. MBL's running out of this gold here. You can get this gold here though, also, so I guess that's okay. No, I don't think Elite Skirmisher would be a good decision at all. They're good for raiding, but we haven't seen very many much raiding by these archer units. It would do. There's no difference between Skirmisher and Elite Skirmisher versus Knights, really, by themselves, or Huskarls. So I don't think it would have been a good decision to get Elite Skirmisher. Seed Workshop on the hill, though. Yo's feeling like, okay, now's my time to push. Obviously, he's got a bigger army at this stage, and the monks, which are very, very useful. Got a good economy behind him. So if he wants to finish this game right now, I feel like that could be his best opportunity to do so. If he takes out all this economy, that would be a huge blow to MBL. And look at the map control from Mr. Yo as well. Lots of blue on the map, not as much yellow. Another relic coming in from Mr. Yo. I do want to check how many he's got. 4 relics already. Sanctity coming in on the knights. Mangonel on top of the town center. This is going to be Mr. Yo's big plays up to the Imperial Age as well. It goes to show you how good his economy has been this game. Getting those town centers up nice and quickly. Oh, convert, convert, convert! What are you doing? Oh boy. That is a big missed opportunity. They could have converted the Huskarls there. Gonna lose a monk for free. Gonna lose the second monk right there. This is gonna be a win still though for Mr. Yo. But he did take out the Mangonel, did take out a few monks, so he can defend for now. That Imperial Age is gonna be very problematic though once the upgrades come in on those knights. That Bloodlines helps out so much in this fight though. MBL's really close to being able to take this with that Bloodlines. Go to MBL's point of view. Yeah, nowhere near going into the Imperial Age. Economy not nearly as good. He's also wide open. There's a sneak town center up here. The English are making sneak town centers. And why? MBL could better saturate this gold. He does need a lot more gold though. He needs to mine out of 2 gold mines. So, all right, advantage, Mr. Yo. I like the positioning from him. I like his economy. This is what MBL can do right now. MBL has a better army at this stage before those upgrades come in. But MBL nowhere near going up to the next stage. He's going to do a pikeman transition. I like the idea. He's got a very good army right now. But Mr. Yo transitioning to pikeman as well. Going to build a castle on this hill. I think this is the time to strike if you're MBL. Go try to take out that castle right now. Take out these military production buildings with your knights. You have a good mass of them. And that's not what MBL is doing. He hasn't scouted the castles going up. Or he sees the castle, but doesn't think he can take it. Mr. Yo with 5 relics now. And I think, there you go, once that Imperial Age comes in, I think MBL knows he's in trouble and sees the castle go up. Is he going to be able to deny it? I don't think so. It's too hard for these knights to get around. In fact, might even lose 2 knights here to conversion. And there you go, castle is up. MBL a minute too late going into that castle. He's in some serious trouble. Nowhere near going up into the Imperial Age. Mr. Yo's going to get upgrades on his units. He's already got the Halberdier upgrade done. Knights are probably not going to be viable any longer. So it's going to be up to maybe the... Might even go Huskarl though. So he's going to be relying on Huskarls, which are very cheap. Which is great, but there's no archers in this composition. It's not really playing to the Huskarl's strength. MBL's gonna have to move back. This is gonna hurt his economy even more. He can take the wood line back here, but the big problem for him is gonna be gold. He can't take this gold over here. Trying to get as much gold from over here. He can take some stone and sell it. The price for stone is very good. It's 100. Basically, gold is equal to stone right now. And he should know that since he did buy stone earlier this game. Right now, MBL is just going to try to do some raiding, unsuccessfully, I might add, to try to come back. And this is the this is where it's tough. This is where it's tough for the Goth player when champion comes in and you're still stuck on long swordsman. 2 castles already up. You can see longbow come out as well. I think this is going to be GG right now. Good play from Mr. Yo. Both players doing a lot of damage to each other, but Mr. Yo going into that boom. MBL deciding to go more heavy investment into knights, and then not really booming as much. Had trouble accessing his golds. And with that boom of Mr. Yo, just able to run away with that game. A lot of small things that may have decided this game early on. Picking off a few extra villagers with those skirmishers was great. All these little things really helped Mr. Yo take a little bit of advantage, build it into a big advantage with his boom, and then finish out the game with this this new technology, this champion upgrade. I have called games too early in the past, though. MBL has a good amount of gold, no food, though. Knights are okay against champions. I don't know where the halberdiers went. And I don't know why I don't see more of them. These villagers are going to try to build some stables just to raid, or maybe barracks, I guess. But they're going to get caught out. Full map control for Mr. Yo. Champion upgrade now done. Let's take a look at the difference between the Huskar and the Champion. I believe Champions might get +2 attack versus Huskars, although I can't remember. Either way, the Champion does have more overall attack, 3 more overall base attack. 10 more HP, 1 more melee armor, and they are... I think the Huskarl might be slightly cheaper for the Goths. So these trebuchets are just going to creep forward a little bit. I don't think MBL can afford to lose all of this as well. This is going to be great, though. The Huskarls are great at raiding. Especially if you can get more barracks here. Oh, man. MBL can pull this game back. If he's able to defend on the front, it's going to be hard. And he's able to raid at the sides. He's gone with probably a good decision, going full Castle Age. So the Imperial Age doesn't matter so much for the Goths if you're going for Huskarls. The difference between Huskarl and Elite Huskarl is not a big difference. It's 2 attack and more Pierce Armor, which won't matter, and 10 HP, and it is an expensive upgrade. So these Huskarls are great at raiding. Once again, like a base trade scenario, I suppose. But the question is just, is MBL going to be able to defend at the front? These trebuchets are fully exposed. Yeah, send the villagers, repair the castle, build some stables from here. MBL's going to call GG, though. Can't defend on the front, and there's the good game from there. Very nice game. Great base trade scenario. But it goes to show you that just because you have an archer civilization against the Goths, doesn't mean that it's automatically GG. This includes any civilization, really. If you're an archer civilization, whether you're the Mayans or the Britons or the Vietnamese or whatever, try to make use out of your early game bonuses and really snowball that, such that when the Huskarl does eventually come out, you don't fear it so much, and you can transition to something else your tech tree offers you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this expert game cast. I'll see you in the next cast, and see you next time.